So if anybody's been on ChatGPT this morning, they'll notice there's been a change, a big one. GPT-5 is out and it's crazy. It's faster. Is it better? Not entirely sure yet. Will it take my job? It's getting closer, but it can never be me, and that's a big difference. But I want to test it out this morning and see how it worked and what it could actually do. And the best way I thought to do that is I've had in my head that I hate Bitly in the sense of it's a really good service, but the things I want in that $10 a month package, I don't want to pay that much for. I don't need everything. I just need a few of them. So I thought I've got a good URL, custom URL related to Mitchell Digital. How can I get custom short URLs with a UTM builder in? That's all I want. And I thought, let's test GPT-5 out and see what I could do. Now, first thing I did with it, I asked, is there any open source ones available? And there is, but I didn't want to go down that route. That sounded like too easy. So I then said, right, if I want to do it as a WordPress plugin, what I'm more comfortable with, given here, what problems might we come across? Say the only two things I wanted was adding UTMs and ideally logging the data. Of course, it went a bit further than that, and that part is really impressive. So I had a conversation to work out what potential issues might come and how we can get around it. I always do this first before I ask AI to create anything, to try and work out how I would want them problem solving first, just to try and get closer to the fix. So we're going back and forth a little bit. You can see here, slow it down if you want, find some more details on it. But the main thing, we worked out what we needed for a version 0.1. Now, I never actually installed the very first version of it. I was on my iPad at the time, so I was just assuming it was right. We added some more functions. We got up to version 0.4 before I had time to get on my laptop and try it. Did it work first time? No, it didn't. There was a lot of errors, there was that, but going back and forth, within 20 minutes, I would probably say I had something that I could use. Not a problem. I couldn't sell it or anything like that, but I could use. So let's say in total, it probably took me about 40 minutes. If I was going to go through and do this, I was probably looking at least 2 days, just to the level it's gone into, and I don't have time for that. So this is perfect, Yeah, I'm paying for $20 a month, but it's already saved me a subscription, potentially, if I go and use it and if I remember it's there. So let me show you what's done. So I've created here a plugin called, what would we call it? Mitchell Digital Short Links. Lightweight, scalable URL shortener. It has UTM presets and bot filtering. So it has all that inside of this. So if we go to short links, I can see here we've got one that will go straight to my Facebook page, LinkedIn page, or to my home page. But what you'll find interesting here, we've got the number of clicks it's been used. So we've got here on the left humans and then bots. So for example, if I was to share this on Facebook, Facebook would send a bot to get the details of what image to show in the post, and that's why I had 5 this morning. I tried it doing that, and that's how it worked. It was fantastic. So if I just grab this, which is open in incognito mode, we can see it there. In fact, I've done it once in there, but go straight through to there, and if we see here, we've got 2. We'll refresh it to 3. We can go and view the stats. So it's also created a chart that, again, I probably would never use, but it's really quite, it's something that I never anticipated for, and I would probably never have created. And then we've got this UTM preset. This needs a little bit of work. I would have more liked it like I use this a lot, UTM builder, so having this sort of information. But for the newsletter, going out later today, by the way, I can then have, right, source, and at the very end, I've left the UTM content. I could be using this totally wrong, but I'm just trying my best to use it, so don't shout at me, SEO, PPC people. And at the very end, I could go and change that to, I don't know, August 1, August 2, whatever that might be at the time for my email that's going out. But so I've got that. I can go and add a new short link. I can select a preset. If there's any UTM values already on the link that I'm using, I can either override them, preserve them, do whatever. So it actually brought that up as a problem. So yeah, this has given me back either $10 a month, some time to create it, a lot of time to create it, to be honest, and I haven't even got into the writing part or working out how else the new model can help me. But I thought this was a good example of how easy it might be for you to take my job. But it was easy for me. I could see the problems and I could talk to it. I still don't think it's there where, with what the information I gave it, maybe somebody who's better at prompting might be able to get there in one go or a fewer goes. But I see the bigger downfall to software as a service. They are probably going to be hit hard because people have the option to create their own or versions of. Now, this is something that's obviously not version controlled. It won't be added to, so it'll probably go nowhere. Hopefully I've got to try and remember to use it. But I thought it was a good way of learning what's possible and what can be done. So yeah, go out there, go and try ChatGPT Model 5 and let me know how you get on. I'm impressed by it. I won't be sharing this as a plugin anytime soon, but it is very, very impressive.